Good afternoon or evening, Mohaki. If you heard that behind them, that's China growling. She's probably growling because I just threw her some food and some of it got on the boo-boo side, and so they went to join her. She kind of likes it. She likes company. Don't you, Cheenies? Oh, you see, here comes the wild company. Bunny knows when it's dinner time. Comes and joins her. Sometimes she tells him to go away, but usually she lets him eat. Hey, Goldie. So, while we're sitting here watching them eat dinner and scavenger hunt, I wanted to talk about repurposing things in life, especially if you have like a homestead. The reason for homesteading, at least for us, is that, we want to come to a more simpler life. We want to spend less and have to work less and, just kind of, be able to choose our food and grow it and know where it's coming from and know the quality of it. Hey, Rosa. Eating eggs is a good thing for us, and it's a traumatic thing for them. It takes a lot of their energy and their time to create that egg. And when they push out their egg, I can tell that they've laid an egg because they have paled in their face. Their face gets kind of pale for a few hours, kind of drained, because they went through a traumatic birth type experience, and they do this on a daily or nearly daily basis. And so I'm really appreciative of what they give us. And so, they get the best in their life. What makes them happy: room to run, bushes and shade. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is the repurposing, because, we want to spend as least money as possible, because we want to back off of working, and we want to, stretch our money out so we can still live how we like, with, things that we need and luxuries. Then, you want to save your money in places that you can. And a really great place is, a lot of people do already, kind of like a recycling thing. Recycle things, reuse things that you have. So today, what we have been doing is repurposing our feed bags. It's up here on our 360 ceiling of the cage enclosure, and it looks kind of funky. But you know what? It worked great. At 12 noon, when the sun was out and hot, and we're hit like 80 degrees today, and we're gonna hit 90 degrees in like a week. And so that sun is brutal out here. And chickens love to be out. They're not gonna be in their home during the daytime, because that's where they lay their eggs, and they don't like to be trapped in some kind of a building enclosure for very long. They like their freedom. They like to come and go. Last year, we bought this expensive sunscreen shade that's supposed to be for putting on your fences for privacy and shade, like your chain link fences or whatever. It is not a good thing. This was expensive, and it's only a year old, but look at what happens to it in the sun after even less than a year. I think we bought it in May of last year, and now it's March. Look, it just comes off in pieces. Look at what it does now. It's no longer a purposeful shade for China. It's just coming off in pieces. It's just deteriorated in less than a year. And, that was expensive, and it was great at first. It kept out the sun, and it was just a great place of shade. And you know what? It does not work. After just a year, less than a year, it's off in pieces. That's all that's left of 200 feet of that stuff that we bought. So you know what? We've saved our bags. All of our feed bags. There is shade over there for China. Here is the shade that we started. And we did some multi-purpose ones over there. So we repurposed our bags, and it ended up being a multi-purpose function. In the afternoon, where the sun is positioned, it brings shade over to those bushes down there. And the chickens were hanging out this morning there, right where the shade was. And it's also going to bring shade in the afternoon towards the plants, and then it also keeps out those birds from getting into our garden. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is the repurposing. And you know what? I'm going to be the first to say it does not look pretty. But we have these feed bags anyhow. You know, we buy these bags full of the food, we finish them. Sure, you can throw them away. Sure, there's a lot of other things you can do with them, but they are great for shade. You just poke holes through them. You take those little plastic ties and you tie them up. And these, I bet you, will last probably, my guess is 2 years, because they're kind of tarp-like. You see that blue tarp over there? That's lasted us a couple years, and it's getting pretty old and tattered because of the brutal desert sun out here. But, you know, it's lasted us longer than that expensive sunshade did. So it's not pretty, but repurposing is a really great thing. Recycling, when you can, is a really great thing.